Right guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we're taking a very special preview of Phantomline. Now this is not the alpha, this is the first beta playtest. So everybody's invited over on Steam. So we're going to be checking it out for the first time today, which excites me. It's a game that could be along the lines of SCP. So let's jump on Steam, take a little look at the early features. So it's single player online co-op, it has LAN co-op. So it's developed by a company called Anti-Static Studios, and I believe it's their first game if I'm not mistaken. So it's to be announced on a release date. Join paranormal SWAT Phantomline. Phantomline is a co-op 1 to 4 shooter set in a post-nuclear European continent. Your mission is to search and contain paranormal events, activities and anomalies, so kind of along the lines of something we've seen in like Stalker, hidden from the public eye and in an open world map full of dynamic events. So things are going to be popping off around the map that we have to deal with. We have to deal with NPC soldiers, and it is a 1 to 4 player experience. Now today we're going solo because the game is on a playtest and chances of finding another player are slim to none, but we will try it towards the end of the live. So I plan to give this game about an hour, hour and a half playthrough. Basic first impressions, opinions of certain things in the game. How does it run? How does it look? How does it play? How do things flow? Is it worth your money? So the buy-in is 32GB RAM, which is a massive amount of RAM for a game of this caliber. I would say that is either this game's going to look beautiful or that is a tall order on RAM right now. And it recommends that you have a 3080, which to be fair is pushing my system today. Now it is recommended by the developer that you run the game on high to ultra settings, and that it is capped around 30 to 60 frames because it is a playtest early build. I'm going to leave the frame rate on the right hand side of the screen so you guys can be the judge and see exactly how this game dips and plays as we go along. That all being said, thank you for joining me today. Sorry for the long intro. Hope I didn't keep you sitting for too long. Let's jump into Phantomline playtest and take a look. New mic is on the way, guys. We are looking at getting a boom mic that sits above my head and should give us not as clear audio as this awesome mic is. This is the Behringer C1. Now I've been using the Behringer C1 for about 3 or 4 years now, and it's done me, served me well, but unfortunately as that 4 years has gone on, it doesn't really pick my voice up as nice, and if I increase the gain, which is already on over halfway, it will introduce some noise which may affect my videos that you may have seen in the past. So this mic is being retired, and any audio issues that you may or may not see on the channel, just ignore them if you can, because they are being ironed out and figured out. Because I think it's time. I think after 4 years it is time for an upgrade. This mic, to be fair, I got on a sale for about $30 to $40 and it's done me 4 years, so that's $10 a year. That's good going for the Behringer right now. This has got long loading, by the way, guys, so bear with the loading times. It is running my CPU to 100% during loading, and again I'm hoping the optimization in this game gets better as time goes on, because it really does hit your system. So you're looking at 100% CPU on loading, which isn't unheard of. Frame rate will not be a representation of the final frame rate, and optimization, I would say, is a must for the developer. The game does chug along sometimes, and I feel like it's a playtest now, so you're getting now, you should really be getting at least 100 frames on your game. And if I put it on low settings, it makes no difference. Okay, I can run this game on the lowest settings or the highest settings and I still only get about 40 to 70 frames at a push. So item pickup and inventory management, I'm going to go ahead and show you that. So if you hit tab, you will bring up your main menu, and it is consistent of 3 main sections. You have what's on the ground or the person, that will bring up on the left, and in the middle is your main gear, and on your right is where your backpack and all of your carry-on go. So just grab everything off the floor there. So we've got 15 bullets, which isn't a lot of ammo for our gun, to be fair. So we're going to revive this guy on the floor, which teaches you how to revive your teammates. So if you hold Alt, you'll bring up a quick menu to give you different behaviors and things you can do in the game. You can send your teammate or CPU mate out to do jobs. But as you can see on the right hand side, even with a system with a 3060 12 gig, 32 gig RAM on the board, which is a lot for nowadays at this time of filming, and I have a, I think it's a 3070X chip with 8 cores, 12 threads. It's a monster. It does everything I need it to do and plays games that look a lot better than this at higher frame rates. So it's definitely an optimization issue, but it runs smooth. So even though it's 30 frames, I would imagine the playtest is actually being capped at around 30 frames. So although it's going to record fine and look good for you guys, I would like to see a smoother frame rate, because I can definitely feel some lag there. But it's a play test, so we're going to reserve judgment of that. We're going to reserve judgment of the visuals until the release, and I hope the developer works with us on the release to bring this game to you guys in its entirety, because it's a very good looking game and it plays really well. So bringing up the gun, you can see there it's modeled really well. We have the rain settling on our hands and arms, very shiny, and now we've got pigs coming at us, which are your first enemy in the game. They're pretty easy to deal with. You can actually go ahead and skin it, take some resources from it. And there's our meat. So we've got raw meat that can be cooked somehow. You do have to top up your food and water as you go. It is based around a survival game, but in my opinion, it's more like a DayZ style game. So you're looting things from the ground, you're crafting stuff as you go. You're making life a little bit easier for yourself the more you play. So if we pop a shot, and then we'll do a reload. Animation's nice. It feels weighty as well. So our meat does stack. You get 3, but you cannot stack 6. You're allowed to pick up this barrel, and you can actually throw those, drop them, move them around. But this is a gasoline barrel. So if I was to take this over here, for instance, and we knew enemies were coming at us, maybe we could put, there you go, and then maybe shoot it, set it on fire. Gasoline barrel does not explode. I thought that would explode. Okay, there's no point to the gasoline barrel. Mortfield scum. Oh geez, I didn't notice this man hanging here. We'll try and keep it PG-13, but you can see it's pretty detailed. Hang on, what's this? Decrypt. Yeah, there is no information to say what this is running, but I would imagine this is Unreal 5, maybe top tier Unreal 4. What's this? Dumpster. Ooh, you can go in the bin and get some scrap. We can get some kindling. See, now kindling's probably worth taking, because we know we're going to want to make a fire, right? So I'm looking for a backpack or something. Okay, my teammate's looking real shook. What's going on out here? So if you stack up against the door, you do have lean round the corner, which I feel works really well. He even points the gun sideways as you come out. It's a little added detail that's just nice. So if you duck down, you get the same effect too. So I can actually pick up this whole wooden desk. This is everything in the room. If you hit tab, everything in the room comes up. Oh, that is genius. Okay, so you can rotate items. I like that mechanic. I like the fact you could maybe set up some sort of defense. So say someone was shooting at you, you could grab the box, you know, bring the box over, put it there, and then get behind it, you know, duck down, and they now have got defense against things. If you use the environment, you know, properly, I can see why you need to move all these things around. And it gives a layer of gameplay that I don't think we've even seen yet, you know. Next to something like DayZ or 7 Days to Die, you know, you don't really have that sort of mindset when you play. I guess it's a first-person shooter. It's more of a survival looter shooter, in my opinion. I mean, that looks pretty serious. We can do some damage with this. And I think the standout thing for this game for me is the feel of the gunplay and the visuals. Truck here. Water. So we're not going to die first anytime soon. Okay, let's move on. So taking another look at the visuals, you can see reflections in the water. You can see how good this game could look. Welcome to Poland. The game is set in Poland. What's in the briefcase? Not a lot. Lunchbox. Nothing in the lunchbox. Fuse on the floor. So a fuse and a battery spells to me that we might be able to drive vehicles later. Okay, I can pick the bike up, but I can't ride it. See, look, my CPU's out here looting. Oh, okay, we've got down soldier, an EF soldier. So he's got a jacket. Oh, it has more slots. Okay, awesome. So that jacket came with a bunch more slots. Damn, someone took a chunk out of him. So we climb up on objects and vehicles. That's cool. Again, I'm testing everything to the bare basic and seeing what happens. So that was auto, so you can actually climb up on top of vehicles and auto grab surfaces, which is nice. We've got a little crap shack down here. We'll investigate. Okay, so it says we definitely need to have a drink now, and we'll have some juice. Definitely heading this direction and taking it slow is the way forward. I'm going to pop this lock. So it wants a code, we can bypass it, but I'm not going to open it yet. We've alerted everyone to our position. Hello? Is anybody home? Okay, already looks like somewhere I don't want to be. And this game, although inspired, I think, or at least lending from the SCP series, doesn't necessarily have the same pacing as an SCP game. This game's more of an investigation. It makes you feel more like a sort of SWAT agent, investigating the area, trying to gather clues, you know, stay alive, feed yourself, water yourself. Okay, so we've got a vehicle on fire, and that's where we came from, that direction. So we're going to head into this 213, which I believe is a facility, which means we might meet some badness in here. We're getting some bad vibes already. Oh, there you go, bad vibes. So inside the wooden dresser is a pen and some old letters. We're not bothered about those. Going to reload just in case we get jumped. In the fridge we found some manky meat and another wall tape, and we've got the protein bar, so I'm going to go ahead and eat that to make sure that our food and water is sustained. So now I'm in the yellow instead of the red on food. Now I will say that the food and water, although topped up just by using one item in the game, is a very good idea. Over sort of use of the food and water mechanic to slow the player's gameplay and progression down. What the? Yes. Okay, we've got creepy doll, check. We've got scary Polish music, check. Now what was that? I can pick the doll up. Yeah, I'm just going to put you over here, thank you very much. So this is like a green room, look, where we've got some spooky pictures. What does that say? Polish, I would imagine. Okay, we're going through the door. Bringing out the weaponry. That can't be it, that can't be it. Let's go back. Let's go into... Why would you have a cage in your house? A wardrobe. What? We just got teleported to the lighthouse roof. Okay, I've got a gas mask now. Sweet, get down here. Ooh. Okay, so they haven't animated any stairs or ladders working yet. They just straight teleport you, which I'm happy with. You know, it works. We didn't get no crashes. Now, at full speed run, you can see the frames dip between 25 and 30, and you definitely feel that. You know, you definitely feel like it's lagging out a bit. Now, if you have the privilege of having a system that is more powerful than mine, you might not find these issues. But like I say, my system is high powered for this point, and I think most people are still on AM4. If you've upgraded to AM5, you might find that the game runs a bit smoother and is more optimized for you. But I am not in a position to get AM5 yet, so AM4 is the best I can offer, and at the moment it's all you need. So if this game is pushing boundaries, then I respect it. It did say at the beginning of the game when I fired it up, playtest is expected 30 frames. And again, like now, it's running buttery smooth, you know, nice and speedy, no problems. Just when you're running, you do find that it lags out a bit. Is that a deer? Whoa! Baby, come back! I want to test my gun. Where did it go? Ba-doing, 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 and he's off. There's a whole bunch of deer down here. I'm not gonna oof them. There's no need. Ooh, okay, that's what we want. 100. You know what? The animations are basic but nice. They do the job, right? Okay, so we have an AK that's empty. It's absolutely useless to us, but we have one either way. Okay, I can hear some sort of Polish drum and bass coming out of here. Come on, son, I'm trying. Okay, we need some sort of teammate or bot icons up in the top there, so as I spin around I can actually see where my teammate is. Can't take in this sweet drum and bass music. Here we go. That's right, baby. You didn't see it until it was too late. Tunes are banging. Just randomly, like Rambo in it. Okay, they're behind this wall. Black, man down. You see his duck walk. No, he's gone. He's off again. There's no control in this. Look, here he goes. AI's on one, I tell ya. Let's go loot this guy. Cover me. Again, another PPK. We'll take that too. Never have too many PPs. Oh, okay. What's going on here? I'm confused too, Bambi. I don't know what's going on. Would have died in the cold anyway, let's be fair. So I've got a little PPK out, see what it's all about. Modelled so well, boys. Wow, this looks good. This snow looks good. It's already starting to lay on stuff. What in the world? Okay, the frame rate took a big hit there. We're now down to 10 frames a second. 80% of CPU. So it's CPU heavy, not GPU. GPU's having a breeze. All my resources are at 50%. So again, it might be time for an AM5 if this is the way the games are going and this is how heavy demanding they're going to be on the brains of the operation. We might have to look into an upgrade. But again, the game is supposed to do this. It's a playtest and it's not optimized in any way at the moment. But it runs and it plays well. You know, when it's playing 30 frames, pretty much what you're looking at. So as soon as I came out of the snow, I got 30 frames. As soon as I go back near the snow, I dropped to about 20. Whoa, buddy. Got him. There's a whole group of them up here. What you do? Look at that. What's he doing? Getting his groove on with that other fella now.
Fire the guns and fire the guns, let's all shoot and sing.
I don't know if I was supposed to kill that guy, but he had ammo. I'm sure he's got unlimited ammo, and I'm sure he's a little bit mental. What are you shooting at? Wow, look at the damage the AI did. 5 men deep. And I swear that's the guy over there. That was a guy over there. Man down. Huh? It's starting to brighten up, which is good. And again, if you look at the clouds, the moon and stuff, like it's got some very nice visuals. And overall, I would say that it's an enjoyable game because I've been quiet for about 20 minutes. Just based on the fact that I'm in there. Do you know what I mean? I enjoy the atmosphere, and for an early playtest, it doesn't half do its job. Like compared to some other first-person shooters we've played, it's not like one of those thick and fast fun games, but it is definitely one of those atmospheric, you know, slow-paced and challenging games, which is awesome on so many levels because we've been waiting for something like this, kind of like along the lines of Stalker in a way, just without the polish. Okay, I can see muzzle flashes. Try and sneak in behind. Are they our team? Are they friendly? Or are they enemy? Let's move up and find out. Don't turn around, don't pop shots. Oh, man down. No, buddies! Did we just switch teammate? No! Okay, so when you're down, you get to control, especially in single player, all 4 of those characters, I guess. Let's go find out. Now the sun's out. Look how good this game looks. Jeez, and that's where we died over there with all that fire and brimstone going on at night, which was mental. I would say you lay low at night and just hunt during the day. I mean, that goes without saying in real worlds, but to have a game treat it like that, it's quite special. Peekaboo, I see you. Okay, the gun's pretty accurate. Okay, I just want to get through this area. I'll be impressed if I can get through here. Okay, I got one. Again, I think we're going to be stuck by the immense skills of the AI. Okay, I love the realism, I love the drama. I think it's really, really good. It's not a fast-paced game by any means, and the AI definitely have almost a crack shot at this point. Every time I see them, they are hitting for damage. I think I clipped him then, I think I clipped him. Yep, man down. And they just keep spawning. Yes, that's right. That's sneaking up on me, bro. Hello. Man down. Grab some loot off of him if we can. Sweet. And this is one of the rare cases where DLSS, although it makes the game look a little bit worse, it's definitely worth having on because it gives you an extra 5 frames. Now you could just adjust the settings. If you look at this, it looks very plain and horrible. If I was to go into settings and let's say turn off DLSS, but then go to my graphics and say, well, okay, let's drop things down to fit a more stable frame rate. Let's leave that on ultra. Let's go with motion blur is off. Okay, cool. Let's go with that and then just go back. So now what I've essentially done is produce the same as DLSS myself, but I'm still not getting that extra frames, but things do look, although still lower res, by dropping it from ultra to high, they still look better. Like this still looks a lot better, infinitely better than what DLSS was doing, just for that 5 frame difference. So again, I just think it's one of those games, if you're on an AM4 CPU, because it's CPU heavy, you're going to have to make that allowance until you upgrade. And I'm going to hit it to quality again, and there you go. So now we're hitting 42 frames, which is the best I would imagine, because it does say that 30 frames is pretty much what they want the playtest to be played at. I didn't expect to last this long, honestly. My first 2 games, I pretty much died within the first 10 to 15 minutes. We've been playing this now for over an hour. We've been doing pretty well. So it's just one of those. Why is there a door in the floor? Oh Jesus, there's a door in the floor and a funky noise in the door. Well, it could be the mic chat. Yeah, it's got myself some Trazies. Them one's on. Extra slots. Okay, cool beans. So we're going down this hole because, you know, I want to investigate. Holy! Oh! Here he is. Black. Shoot him in the ass, shoot him in the ass. There you go, shoot him in the ass. He's a little bit mad about that. There you go, man down. Hopefully there's no more down here. What in the world of naked booty man is this? Okay, definitely done. Just checking. He's going to have no loot. He ain't even got clothes. This guy's got a gas mask. I'll take it. Yes, okay, AK with no ammo. But we're doing a play test of this game. It's not even released yet. So. Oh, what in the world? After all that, ganked in the back jack. Okay, now I'm mad. Now I'm really mad. Right, we were heading down here. I'm going to go find where we was, and I'm going to get payback for Jack. Because Jack was doing well then. And there you go, so we're back in it. I don't know where the enemy went. Oh, look, it's one of them unmanned drones that they said didn't take down the Twin Towers. It looked awfully like a plane to me, especially if you're like down below looking up at it. Right, M-I-L-I-C jar. Milich jar. Everything here is Polish. Polski. Okay, we've just got into a trailer of shiz for no reason other than accident. Okay, the closer we're getting, we seem to be finding more of these anomalies and these strange creatures. And there's also a massive pushback resistance as well. Got a tractor, anything inside? Ooh, yes, enough storage. Look at the storage size of that. The duffel bag is proud. People popping shots, people popping shots. Don't know where I am, but I'm in. I might have just landed in their camp. They definitely don't want me in here. Man down. We're going am. Well, always. Just one of them tough games I have to concentrate on, isn't it? Try and get through it.
I can't get to the chopper.
Whoa. They're like surrounding the building, just like winging shots in, hoping to get me. Man down. Look at that sun. Look at this. Oh, I love this game in the day. So good. And the atmosphere is just banging. I'm really like into this game. This is definitely a piece of me, this one. Well, it'd be better with 4 players, obviously voice chat and all that good stuff. Definitely a game that I can recommend based on the amount of attention I've paid it and how much fun I've had just going through, trying not to get oofed. This is my longest playthrough I've had so far, and it's just been nothing but fun. The game looks great, it runs well, and it's the only game, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say this, although DLSS still sucks the biggest of nuts, it's the only game that I recommend using DLSS in, because it looks this good with DLSS on, and as long as you're not moving too fast, it's the only way to get some decent frame rates out here. I'd like to see a player icon on the map and a little bit more map development as well, so that we can understand where we're going, what we have to do, put objective markers, you know, just give us a little bit of more of a direction in the game. Also, the compass at the top, I'd like to see a little bit more of your teammates, you know, where people are, where the enemies, once they start shooting, are. And we definitely need some more navigation and sort of direction as to what to do for new players. Blind fired then. I'm going to go out on a limb and say a lot of the cover in the game doesn't work. You can shoot straight through it, and at that point I think we should leave it. Oh, wolf. Do you see what I mean about the models? They're not half bad for this open world style game as well. Models are pretty decent and the atmosphere's there. Keep on moving on up, we're moving on through. I love a good British morning. I mean, this is pretty much what we get, you know, we have a nice summer. It's very much green, do you know what I mean? We get a lot of greenery around here, a lot of forests. And you need some bacon, you do, your bacon is awful. We've been watching a lot of the Gordon Ramsay Nightmares reruns, because obviously they're finished now. But we've gone back and watched a few of them, like whilst we're eating dinner. And I made a spag bowl the other day, you know, spaghetti bolognese. And I've perfected it, you know, I've got that right. I think everybody would like my spag bowl. But the slop that they serve in some of these Italian restaurants, Gordon rips them to bits. And they say that British food's awful. It's not so much that, it's where are you eating this British food that you claim is awful? They say our food looks like slop and is no good. But this is America. This is an American Italian claiming restaurant. Oh, there's a bear, wait. No way, no way, no way. It's an invincible bear. What in the world? Okay, that was not worth the effort. We're going to have to skin it and see what we get. I imagine just some meat. What in the world is that now? One shot. We need beef Wellington. I've never had a beef Wellington and I don't intend to either. Doesn't look like my cup of tea. Right, yeah, just a bunch of meat. So it wasn't worth shooting the bear for the amount of ammo it took. If you were starving, maybe. I'm sure there's people out there that make a banging Wellington, you know, but I don't know them, so therefore I wouldn't eat the shit. You will eat your Wellington or you won't have any pudding. Now, my mum back in the day, if you didn't eat your dinner, she'd give you a clap round the ear and you get sent to your room.
With no dinner, bro.
And I don't even know if afters was served up half the time. I don't think that was on the table. It weren't an option. Hell yes, that's it. Old school parents with old school values doing old school madness. I swear that just keeps getting further. You can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat. I would always eat my meat. Like, my mum made good dinners. Do you know what I mean? I learned to cook the base. Again, this game on the baseline is good. Like Mama Drunk's cooking. She can cook a decent dinner on the base, but I zhuzh it up a bit. I make it to my tastings, you know. I like a lot of herbs and spices and maybe a bit of garlic, maybe a bit of chili, you know, up in there. I like to zhuzh it up a bit, but just enough to keep it sweet, or sweet but spicy. Not burny bum bum. I don't want burny bum bum flavours. Here we go, here we go. What? Naked dude, get back. You need to put some pants on. You know what? They don't drop loot and they move quick and they do kind of half decent damage. I'm going down into the into the depths. I don't like this. This bothers me. Why is there a monkey in the tree? What's that? Monkey man's in the tree. I'm getting oofed. I'm getting oofed. I need to go back. Oh, what in the world? You want some? Not scared. Not scared. Hands down, best guy in the game. Don't just look good. So we can't go down there because we don't have a gas mask. Do you know how many gas masks we've had in this game? Every character's had a gas mask that I've lost. God damn, this area looks good in the game. Oh, gun looks good. I'm feeling it. It's been a pleasant surprise. It's a playtest that I've really enjoyed. And you'd think it'd be the sort of generic shooter that we've had for a while, but it's got its own stuff going for it, you know. Final verdict on the playtest. The game needs a bunch of optimization. I would love to be able to run the game natively. They do allow you, but it does seem like some DLSS or motion blur is still running no matter what you do. Like, I'm struggling to get 35 frames on playtest. So I'd like to see optimization on the back end for AM4 processors, especially high-end AM4 processors, so that we can not run 100% on loads. Let me know in the comments if you played the playtest. Let me know what you think of the game. Did you enjoy this playtest? It was just a quick first look that turned into a 2-hour playthrough. I really enjoyed it. The atmosphere is there and the combat's decent. I like the looting. I would love to play with 3 other people and have a blast with this game. It's got multiplayer. And it is up to 4 players going against the environment. I wish I had a gas mask at the end there because I really wanted to see a little bit further. But yeah, it's just a play test. We're going to be coming back with a full release, I would imagine. So keep an eye out for that one. Links in the description down below once that goes live. And thank you for joining me today. Overall, it's a 4 out of 5 for me. I'm pleasantly surprised. Graphical glitches and that I have to let go because it's a play test. Now I might downgrade that score or upgrade that score based on the final release, which I would assume would release in early access to give itself a little bit of breather room. But I would imagine that it's going to clear up most of these issues, if not all of them. I've got fingers crossed for this one to be good, so I'm hoping that they can deliver. And thank you to the Phantomline crew for hitting me up and letting me check out your game. I greatly appreciate you offering me the playtest. And until next time, look after yourselves, look after your mat, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.